Let's go back really quickly to what you mentioned earlier when we're talking about the interference effect.
Yeah.
And I loved what you said because I've had a feeling that this might be the case, and you just mentioned it straight out. You said it might be more of a volume question than an actual mechanistic interference thing. Like in terms of like really down to earth and practical, you only have so much training volume you can put into a week or a day.
Yeah.
And if you focus on one thing versus the other, those are the gains that materialize more than the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you pursue both endurance and strength, like obviously you won't get as strong as the person who only does the strength training. And I love this. So first of all, is this actually what you said? Not that I'm misrepresenting you. And then second of all, do you think this also applies to other things? Probably they do. Like for example, VO2 max versus marathon performance. I know we're talking about endurance now, and we'll pivot later on. But some people say you can't like maximize fat oxidation, say maximal fat oxidation and VO2 max because there are some mechanistic interference effects. But it might be more like, hey, if you train all out all the time, like really high intensity for a big as fuck VO2 max, maybe your efficiency, your economy, your fat ox, whatever you want to call it, maybe that suffers, obviously, right? I mean,
so for the first part, I think it's I mean, just if you have two brain cells that you think about, certainly the interesting part is always, I think, this coming up of new sports like functional fitness, where they really do train high volume everything, right? And then you just see, we had a paper where we physiologically profiled CrossFit athletes. I'm talking about games athletes and really high level athletes. And when you look at their critical power, which is, let's say the maximal sustained power they can do aerobically, it's very mediocre compared to any endurance athlete. Like any half-ass triathlete can push more, right? And I'm talking about games athletes, all right? But this is on the bike. One thing, very important, this is on the bike. There are some athletes are used to the bike, but what would be